You got Brady to come out of retirement?
Look, flag football is the fastest growing sport in the world right now. I think being on the Olympic stage in 2028 is going to be great. You're going to have the best players in the NFL playing in that game. A guy like Tom Brady coming out of retirement, he's working out every day now because he wants to make sure he wins that. But he's going to have some tough competition from some young bucks playing.
Anything can happen with Tom.
That's crazy.
Benjamin Button Brady. Anything can happen. Welcome to Games with Names. I'm Julian Edelman. They're Jack and Kyler. And we're on a mission to find the greatest game of all time. And on today's episode, we are covering the 2024 Men's Olympic Basketball Semifinal, Serbia versus Team USA, with Fanatics CEO, Philly legend, and a man that's probably best friends with one of your favorite rappers, Michael Rubin. And we're talking his wild 28-3 game story.
He was pretty dejected, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Look, what's the lesson? You never give up, period.
Challenging me to compete at Fanatics Fest.
Are you training for next year yet?
I'm rehabbing right now.
If you end up being the most pathetic Patriot, that's an embarrassment.
And his best sports moment with OBJ.
Odell talked to me, he was like stunned I caught the ball. He said, Rube, the only athletic thing you've ever done.
And we do top 5 jerseys of all time in the chill zone presented by Coors Light. You gotta stick around to the end. Let's go. Games with Names, a production of iHeartRadio. August 8th, 2024, Bercy Arena, Paris, France?
Down double digits in the fourth quarter. We need a good old-fashioned American comeback. Let's go!
Thank God we got Steph freaking Curry. This is 2024 Olympic Semifinals. Welcome to Games with Names. Today we are looking at the USA versus Serbia game. 2024 Olympics men's semifinal. Legendary game with Michael Rubin. Michael Rubin, in one sentence, why did you pick this game?
Well, I think the game picked me. I want to go to the Olympics, but I'll tell you one thing. That was one of the greatest moments ever. If you just think about surreal things that happened that I got to just witness firsthand. I mean, I thought your 28-3 comeback was pretty fucking special. This was pretty competitive.
A semifinal of an Olympics is being compared to the 28-3 game, which at the end of the episode, we will see where this ranks. And you will see where the 28-3 ranks.
I mean, they were both pretty special.
They're special.
They were both pretty special.
It's just the greatest game of all time.
I mean, I could tell you at the beginning of the game, I said, I wish I could bet on sports because I'm not allowed to bet on sports. And I said, like, I would put everything I had, which is maybe why you shouldn't bet on sports.
Not what you have, yeah.
Yeah. And I made that joke before the game. And at halftime, Travis Scott we went to the game together. I'm like, Trav, you got to hype these guys up. Like, this is on your shoulders. We cannot leave here. Like, they're going to lose. And I remember looking at Travis, and he was jumping up and down for about a quarter straight, about 3-4 feet in there every second. And he was just going crazy.
Yeah.
And like, it was watching them come back was absolutely incredible. I mean, I'll never forget that for the rest of my life.
I can't wait to dive into it. But let's start off. You're the CEO of Fanatics, ultra booming sports company. Explain to us what Fanatics is to our listener.
So we originally started in the fan gear business, and that's what I think a lot of people think of us for. But today, Fanatics is really the biggest digital sports platform in the world. We're in 3 primary businesses. You know, when you go to buy fan gear, you often buy it from us, whether it's the Fanatics site or the NFL shop or the Patriots store or MLB shop or really, many of the best sports properties in the world. We power and operate their e-commerce stores, but also at the flagship Fanatics store. We also own Lids, which has 1,400 stores around the world. We operate lots of venue stores, lots of college bookstores. So if you went to the Notre Dame bookstore, you went to the San Francisco 49ers venue, that's all operated by Fanatics. So we started in the fan gear business. And then the last 5 years, we got into both the collectibles business and the betting and gaming business. Collectibles business, we own Topps. We're the official manufacturer of Major League Baseball trading cards, the NBA. We're launching the NFL in April, WWE, UFC, F1, Champions League, Premier League, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney. So we make a few trading cards.
Jesus.
Yeah.
A lot of trading cards.
A lot of trading cards, which, by the way, we've been innovating and growing that business like crazy and, just finding out so many ways to make it better for fans. And then we got in the betting and gaming business 2 years ago. People told us we had no shot. I love when people tell me I have no shot. And we're now the fastest growing sportsbook and casino in the country.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And you didn't even mention Fanatics Fest, which I got to attend last year. And it was actually the first time Rob and I had a guest on Dudes, which is under the Nut House. We are here in the Nut House.
Doesn't seem that nutty yet. Like
Not yet.
I want to see more.
Oh, it'll get nutty.
It'll get nutty.
I'll feel better with more nuttiness. Like I'm only comfortable in complete nuttiness.
Right now, we got a little nougat
I've
in
seen
here.
that of you from time to time.
Well, getting back to the Fanatics Fest, not the Nut House, it was extraordinary. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen because we've all heard about the Comic Cons, the these cons, the that con, and it was the first time I got to go to a place and see sports being celebrated. Where did this love for sports come from? Because it's genuinely in your blood. I see you at all these different types of games. We're talking about Olympics games. You're on the court side of all of the basketball Philly games. You see you at Mr. Kraft's box. Where did this love of sports come from?
For me, I always gravitate to what you're good at. And by the way, sports I was terrible at. I was like the opposite of you. Like I grew up one of the world's worst students in the world. Like I barely made it out of high school. People think I lie and just embellishing when I say that, but I was truly one of the worst students in the world. I took, on my SATs, I got a 780 combined. It's very hard to do that poorly. Okay.
I think Gronk got that on his math score.
Yeah.
Right. And by the
Seriously.
way, if Gronk is getting on a half of his score, I mean, you could see how pathetic that is.
He's actually like Rain Man with numbers.
Listen, if he's getting double what I got, I mean, you could see how bad of a student I was. I mean, if Gronk is getting double Michael Rubin, you could see like I'm hopeless. Okay. As bad as a student as I was really that bad of an athlete. But I always loved business. I always loved sports. So for me, the ability to take my love for business and my love for sports and combine them together, that was just such a great opportunity. So I've been in the sports business in one form or another my entire kind of life from teen up. I started with, ski tuning shops and ski shops in my, when I was 12 years old, obviously very well-known story at this point, but, I've been in the sports business now. I cringe thinking about it, but 41 years.
Wow.
And it's such an honor to do it. So when we had the idea to start Fanatics Fest, it was really about how do we do something incredible for sports fans? And I'll tell you, a lot of times there are things that seem obvious, but there's just not the right person to organize them. Because Fanatics works with, most of the great sports properties in the world, 5,000 incredible athletes, all the players associations, we were the person that could really convene this. And, walking into Comic-Con, my reaction is like, why don't they have this for sports fans? And the answer was there was no one to organize it. And so
it's hard to get everyone to go.
It's actually, by the way, it was a great story because when we got into the trading card and collectibles business and won all the rights in 2021, I went to this thing called the National. I don't know if you've ever been to it. It's like the big, once a year trading card show. And it was in Atlantic City. I walked into the show and I had like kind of two thoughts. One was, this is pretty spectacular. There were like 150,000 fans there. Like, my God, what a incredible, the best sports fans in the world are collectors of trading cards. There's no better sports fans than if I go out to buy your trading card, I am a true super fan. Okay, especially if I buy your trading card. I had such respect for the fandom from these 150,000 people being at this trading card show. But then I felt like it was something out of the 1980s. And I'm like, I don't understand why we can't do better. By the way, the National is a great show, but it's very old school, very traditional, made for traditional collectors. And so I went to Comic-Con that October in New York. I'm like, this is incredible. Why do we not have this for sports fans? I literally said to my chief of staff, like, find me the guy who runs Comic-Con. Bring him into the office. I brought him in. I said, "Hey, buddy, great to meet you. By the way, you're gonna have a new career. We're gonna do Sporticon." And that was like the original, kind of just like we're just gonna take what Comic-Con does and do it for sports fans. And I'll tell you, we were probably the only company in the world that could get every sports league to show up, all these incredible athletes to show up, And everyone who comes says one thing, like what a great give back it is to fans. And we're gonna have 200,000 people there this year in our third year. And you have the biggest stars in the world, from LeBron James to Tom Brady to people in culture like, Jay-Z and Travis Scott to Kevin Hart. And across, I think we had 350 of the biggest athletes, celebrities, artists in the world.
Everyone was there.
The Rizzler was there.
Rizzler,
He
they had
was.
streamers,
I would consider him
Aiden Ross.
I would consider Rizzler to have more athletic skills like mine. I think of him more. I think that's why I want to compete in the Fanatics games against.
That would be epic. Oh my God, I got to see that.
It really did feel like you were celebrating sport with the people that celebrate sports.
It was unbelievable.
I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not a poet or anything, but it kind of sounds poetic.
We did this for the first time in June of 24, and then we ran it back in June of 25. This year, it's actually going to be 100% aligned with the World Cup final. So it's going to be July 16th to the 19th, and which is amazing to have everyone from the World Cup around the world.
We're getting the soccer guys?
We're going to have a lot of soccer guys.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Can't wait.
That's why we did it that weekend. We wanted to make sure that
Mbappe?
soccer... listen,
That was a teaser.
You're going to see a lot of the biggest soccer stars in the world there for sure.
Bro.
And for us, the thing that was most incredible to me was the reaction I saw from the biggest stars in the world saying, I love the way I'm connecting with my fans. Like, I love how great this is to build the things that are also important to them, but also, how they connect with their fans. Because, when you're playing a game and, you're the biggest stars in the world, you're locked into that game. Okay? But, when you could celebrate the people that are your biggest fans, I mean, it's pretty incredible. So, for me, it's the hardest thing we do all year. It's also the most fun thing we do all year. Like to pull everyone together throughout the world. And we own social media and the internet for that week. And you see some of the craziest things in the world happen there. And it's just, KD got traded on stage there this year.
KD got traded
unbelievable.
on stage.
Yeah, he's on stage and found out he was going to Houston. I mean, it was insane. And, I remember looking up, by the way, at the, Jay-Z does a 40-40 pop-up in there. I remember looking up and I see Jay, Brady, Bron, I think Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud, Michael Parsons, and everyone's talking about this is the middle of a sports festival. This is insane. It's it's pretty great. And we worked so hard all year to do this, to just get everyone to show up, but people love doing it. So I expect you, we were just talking, it sounds like last year you had some medical conditions that held you back from really winning the Fanatic games.
Now,
by the way,
this year I've been training.
I'll tell you, when we started the Fanatics games, and for everyone who doesn't know what it is, we took 50 of the best athletes, celebrities, artists, stars in the world against 50, average Joe fans, and see how they would kind of compete.
And the activities are awesome. You get a hockey shot, you get 6 shots, and you got to put it in a washer machine.
Shout out Sidney
You got to hit
Crosby.
the pitch machine where you got to hit the strike zone, and you get a certain amount. It's a bunch of fun shit.
The wrestling intro.
The wrestling intro was awesome.
Yeah,
I was
those are
stone
epic.
cold.
Stone cold.
Oh.
I participated in that one.
Are you training for next year yet?
I'm rehabbing right now.
I need you fully. By the way, the most disappointing thing to me was having Brady talk so much shit about how he was going to win it. And I really thought, I said, 48 years old, he's one of these young bucks going to take him. And when he won it, the shit I had to hear. And by the way,
Scripted.
But I actually had some of the guys were mad, like you made this easy for him to win. Wait a second, I made the hockey competition. But I watched him throw baseballs. I thought he was. I watched the first thing he did. I'm like, he's out. This is over. And then I look at the end of the day, he's at the top of the rankings. I'm like, what?
Brady.
Yeah.
Wins at everything.
I think Gronk won the hockey competition.
I think Gronk did. We were there with him.
Yeah.
Gronk's
a star. By the way,
shit.
there's no one. He came to Fanatics Fest the first year. I got to tell you something. You talk about somebody who loves his fans.
Loves them.
Nobody loves his fans more than Gronk. And watching him have so much fun with 100,000 plus crazy sports fans was incredible. This year we did the little stunt where we might have had no one knew what was going on. We had a trophy, a Lombardi trophy that Tommy threw to Gronk that we might have. Self-destruct in the air. And
Wait, that wasn't real?
That wasn't real.
Oh, no, Hollywood.
Hold on. The crazy thing?
Is wrestling real?
Well, wrestling's real for sure. Yeah. Didn't you see the Travis Scott shirt? Wrestling is real.
Hey.
So the crazy thing was, I just said I didn't I went to grab Tom. I didn't tell him that we were going to bring him in. There were going to be like 20 people dressed up as Gronk with their helmets on. And so we brought him in there. He had no idea what was going on. I said, hey, you got to pick the real Gronk guy. And he's going through and he's obliterating these people one by one. You're too short. You're too unathletic looking. You're too fat. Gronk ain't here. And Gronk was there. So he was like stunned by that. Then I said, hey, you got to throw this. We got to try to replicate the, what you did on the boat. So you got to try to throw this Lombardi trophy.
What did they do on the boat?
Remember when he was drunk?
No, I don't.
You don't remember, you're saying.
I wasn't there.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Michael.
You're saying because you drank too much?
No, because that was
the
Tampa.
Bay.
I was in Foxborough.
I was just seeing if you remember.
Forever.
Foxborough forever.
Yeah. I mean, that's loyalty. That's the type of loyalty we love.
That's right.
So, so when he threw the trophy, they had like a little thing that would self-destruct. The NFL starts calling us like, how'd you get that Lombardi trophy? Like, where did? Because I think there's only 2 actual Lombardi trophies. And so they thought it was real. And like there was a panic going through the league office that somehow we got the Lombardi trophy out of there. And like these guys had broken it. So ultimately it was just a prank.
Oh my God.
A good one, by
That's
the
some
way.
next level prop guys.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
you got Fanatics Fest, you got Fanatics, you've been in sports business for 41 years. What are the teams you grew up loving? You're from Philly,
Yeah, I grew up a diehard Sixers fan.
diehard. Well, you used to own part of them.
Yeah, I was the 3rd largest shareholder of the Sixers until it just became such a conflict with Fanatics, and I wanted to put Fanatics first in what we did and put the fan first in everything we did. And I grew up a Phillies fan, a little bit of an Eagles fan, but I'll tell you, and you know this. Well, you're Foxborough forever. If you grow up and you move around, it kind of kills the fandom. So now I'm a fan of my friends.
Yeah.
Who do I want to do well? Who am I really invested in? Who owns teams I'm friends? Like you kind of just root for your friends. You stop kind of,
1000%.
it kind of kills a little bit of loyalty. I mean, I know when, I'm sure when, a friend of yours goes to another team, you're rooting for that friend, not the team.
1000%. I mean, once an athlete once you get to college and you start seeing guys that you played against, go to teams, like I was a diehard Niners fan, and it kind of just went out the window after that, and then I was like, oh, I want to see, I liked Tom Brady because he was from the Bay Area. In the Patriots. I liked, I liked the Raiders because of Charlie Fry, and I used to throw with them. Like it always became who you were invested with, like 100%. As far as friendships.
It's funny because the average fan, and I respect this, they get mad. Like, when I rooted for the Patriots in a Super Bowl, Philly fans want to kill me.
Kill you.
Right? They want to kill me. But I'm like, Robert Kraft's one of my closest friends. It's like when someone left a team and I rooted for that person, but to me, you got to always stick with your people. That's the real truth.
How about those Patriots?
Yeah, baby.
How about those Patriots?
Back.
Honestly, on a serious note,
It's incredible.
Mr. Kraft's looking like a fucking genius. He hired Parcells, he hired Pete Carroll, hires Bill. Now he's got Vrabel. I mean, RKK all the way.
Nose ball.
Listen, it's super exciting. 9-2.
Long way to go.
Long way to go.
Long way to go.
It's all about, as you know, I remember, and I just got to watch you do it. You'll remember this like it was for the rest of your life. You guys would win the AFC Championship and not even flinch. You didn't care. You're like, who cares? AFC Championship, that means shit. Unless we win the Super Bowl, we haven't done anything. So I remember the amount of AFC games I watched you win, and it was like there wasn't ever any excitement. So until you win the Super Bowl again, it doesn't matter. But that's what he's focused on. And I think certainly, I don't think anyone would have predicted at the beginning of the season that the Patriots would be 9-2 and talking about what they can do in the playoffs.
But the guy calling the shots might be calling the right shots.
Yeah, listen, as you know, and it's very easy when you really get to see this inside, you can pick who are the perennial winners, who are the perennial losers, and who's like kind of perennial, I'm kind of mediocre. The New England Patriots, led by Robert and Jonathan Kraft, they're perennial winners, okay? And they know how to run a great organization. They know how to make the right choices. When they get it wrong, they know how to correct it. And I think that goes to being a great owner. I'm always going to make the best decision I can. And also, if I didn't get it right, I'm going to fix it. And that's what I do in business every day because we fuck things up all the time. We screw, but the part is own your mistakes and get them right as soon as you can.
It's like in sport. Scotty O'Brien, special teams legend coordinator for us, would always say, a play, whether good or bad, is a bit of experience, and the good ones don't make the same mistakes twice. You're going to make mistakes. You got to be able to fix them.
Absolutely.
So what is your most prized collectible that you have? I mean, the owner of Fanatics, the founder of Fanatics, the guy who started sports everywhere. What is the best card memorabilia thing that you cherish the most?
So I've been asked this.
Your holy grail.
I've been asked this a lot, and it's actually a really funny story.
No, you can't use my card. Not me. Not me. I know.
It was your card. It was a special. Was this one you wrote to me, after your first touch-up? No. So owning that I'm not the most athletic human being in planet Earth, I do this small party each year at my house called the White Party. And there was a flag football game that broke out right the day before the White Party in 24. And I remember this one I enjoy. This is probably the only good athletic moment in my life. CJ Stroud, he drew up a play. CJ said, here you go. Here's the play. And Odell was guarding me. And CJ, he threw me a bullet, hit me right in the chest, grabbed it with everything I had, right in front of with Odell right there. Odell tackled me. He was stunned. I caught the ball. And CJ brought me the ball back. I walked back to my house. He said, Rube, the only athletic thing you've ever done. And that is in my office. That's the
holy grail.
For me, yeah, it represents a good athletic moment. I mean, I could tell you it was some multi-million-dollar card I own, and I own many of them. But for me, it was. I'll never want to forget that catch. By the way, right afterward, Kevin Hart guarded me, and literally I tripped right in front of him, and he intercepted the ball. That was really bad.
Yeah, but that's what's also really cool about sports memorabilia. The value people have for certain things is predicated on their value and what it means to them. And you never know what it's going to be.
Now, look, I've become such a big collector. I grew up a collector of trading cards. When I was 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, I was always buying and selling baseball cards, selling them to my friends' parents because they had the money. And I've always been into cards when I was a kid, and I really got back into it. And so I've bought some incredible cards over the last several years. Cards that I think a lot of big collectors would have, but also cards that are really special. Right now, what I like to collect are people that I'm close with, their best cards. So how do I have, XYZ athlete's best card? Because I'm invested in their career. I believe in what they're doing. Yeah. We made this, we came up with this innovation in trading cards that is probably the best innovation that I think has ever happened in trading cards. And it's when as I'm sure when a player, what people really chase in trading cards are rookie cards, okay? It's someone's most rare rookie card. And so Topps came up with the idea for whenever a player plays their first game in the pros. So you play your first game in the NFL, your first game in Major League Baseball, your first game in the NBA, to create a debut patch that will go on your jersey only for that first game. And then right when the game's over, we take the jersey off and we put it in a truly one-on-one card. There's only one in the world, okay? And so if you think this year about the draft, whether it's VJ Edgecombe, whether it's Cooper Flagg, whether it's Ace Bailey, whether it's Dylan Harper, the chance to get those guys, debut patches, I'm obsessed with those cards. We actually had them in the NFL the last couple of years. We had Jaden Daniels, CJ's, Caleb Williams, their debut patches. So you think about how special those are. Could you imagine if we had Ohtani's, debut? It wasn't made then. Yeah. If you had Brady's, if you had Jordan's, Ohtani's debut patch, I bet is a $25 million card today if it exists. That doesn't exist. Jesus. Okay. If you had the one-of-one card, because think if there's one in the world to signify this is the first time someone played. Could you imagine if we had your debut patch, by the way?
No.
It would be clean.
It would be very clean. It would actually my first game against the Jets.
Preseason? We counting preseason?
How's it buns?
I had 9 catches for $100.
Sunlight.
First game.
Sunlight. Oh, is this the play?
This is the
we
play.
We're going to break down some film here.
Stutter go. In cut.
Okay, for me, that's
snags
pretty,
it.
It's pretty good, right?
That's change of direction.
But people are stunned by this.
We're moving the chains.
Moving the chains.
Do you see how happy I was right there? This was a good moment for me. That's why.
Just like I say, Rubes, People got to convert third downs for other people's to score touchdowns. That was a conversion right there.
Hey, you know what? Now, the next play was awful. I think I put that up too because I really like making fun of myself. So the next one was just abysmal. So I didn't want to show something good without showing something bad. But there is one coming up. I don't know if it's there. I don't know if it's there, but when you see it, it's really, there's one with Kevin Hart. That one went a lot more viral because obviously it was me embarrassing myself.
Oh, here it is.
That was horrible.
He flipped your hips on you.
I mean, I think I had to
your hips on
I
you.
went on IR right after it. It was very bad. It was very, very bad.
Freaking, he didn't. Kevin though, he tore his hamstring when he raced Rid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Ridley.
That was pretty bad as well.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Kevin
When my
Hart.
friends have bad athletic moments, I enjoy that. I like to be able to make fun
Nothing
of them.
better.
There's something about that when like in a healthy way.
Oh, yeah.
Not like he gets seriously hurt, but if any friend
Well,
gets
the only
hurt
issue
doing
is
something,
he
yeah.
did get seriously hurt, so I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But look, when Kevin Hart's trying to be all tough and race somebody, and then he's he's FaceTiming me from a wheelchair, you can't not abuse the shit out of him.
You can't.
Yeah, it would be-
especially he's gonna dish it out. He's gonna dish it.
And I'm gonna dish even more.
Now, you were sitting next to RKK in the 28-3 game. How was my guy handling that? What was it like? Give us something in there. What was it?
He was pretty dejected, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I remember we had a private conversation, so I'll just share a small part of it at halftime. And you, as everyone knows, you were down 21-3, and he was he was not as optimistic as. And I was giving the speed like, you're winning this game. It's only 21-3. Don't worry about it. At 28-3, I'm like, yeah, you're fucked.
We were all there.
Yeah, that was. I'll tell you, if you'd say what are some of the in my life like memories that you just remember forever, sitting next to him and Jonathan and watching what you guys did. I mean, that will be something I'm sure you'll tell that story probably another 1,000 times in your life.
At least.
And just, getting to see that. I mean, thank you for giving me a good moment to inspire to. But you know what? That's inspirational. Here's the reality. I remember my daughter, what year that was?
16.
Right. So
17.
So my daughter was, she was 10 or 11 at that point. And she called me. She was like crying that the Patriots were going to lose. I remember saying like, Kylie, it's not over yet. Like, and she called me. I'm telling her like, it's not over yet. And look, what's the lesson? You never give up. Period.
Never.
And that's what you guys did. And that's what we do in business every day. We're always unrelenting to make sure that we're pushing for the best possible outcome. And until you've lost something mathematically, it's over. You've never lost.
Now, do you remember when the spirits got lifted in that room? Was there a certain play? Maybe the Trey Flowers sack? Maybe Hightower sack?
Maybe a catch.
Maybe a catch?
I think you might have had a few special contributions to that game that got people very motivated. I mean, even when you got to 12, I think it still seemed pretty unlikely. I think, and then I'm such a optimist to push, but also always thinking of calculating every worst case scenario. All I kept thinking was one of these 2-point conversions isn't happening.
It's tough. And the crazy thing about that is
How many 2-point conversions do you have in that?
We installed 6 that week.
Shout out Ernie.
Shout out Ernie. Which usually you go into a game with maybe 2 or 3. But for some odd reason, the football gods came down and said, we're going to put in 6 this week. Boy, did we
The
get
football gods were good to us.
Needed
them.
him.
The football gods were good to us.
Now, by the way,
scenario
they've
with
taken
Ernie
a few
and
away. They've taken a few unfair ones away too. So I kind of feel like you kind of got it evened out in the end.
That's sports.
That's exactly why we play
That's
the game.
business.
For sure.
That's life.
I feel like I got more wisdom. I feel like I got some more wisdom coming from you.
I'm just trying to get on your level, Rubes. I'm just trying to get on your level, man. I've always prided myself on coming up big in the biggest games. Now, Sparks make sure I still get up for the big moments off the field, if you know what I mean. Rose Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys who need a game-winning play. They dissolve under your tongue to work in 15 minutes on average. With Rose Sparks, guys can get harder, have more control in bed, and more satisfaction for their partners. Rose Sparks gives guys a boost to get harder and last longer, especially in big moments like these. Don't call an audible. Rise up to the occasion and unleash your inner MVP. Go long and play strong for up to 36 hours with Rose Sparks. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off your first order of Sparks on a reoccurring plan. Connect with a provider at ro.co/GWN to find out if prescription Rose Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/GWN for $15 off your first order. Hey, this is Julian Edelman. As a fellow dude, do you ever get that not so fresh feeling in your butt? That's because you're probably using the dry stuff to wipe. Wet, extra large, flushable dude wipes get what toilet paper leaves behind in your behind. You wouldn't clean the tail end of your truck with dry paper towels, so why would you wipe with dry toilet paper? Wetter just cleans better. With dude wipes, there are no more dingleberries, no more itch and irritation, just a deep, down the seam, confident clean. Plus, unlike baby wipes, dude wipes are extra big for adult hands. You're not a baby, so keep them on hand so you get nothing on your hands. And speaking of on hand, dude wipes come in different scents and pack sizes, including a single-use, on-the-go pack that you can take anywhere for that home field advantage. Stop being an a-hole to your b-hole. Drop the toilet paper. Available on Amazon and major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes, best clean, pants down. Let's go back into time and let's go to August 8th, 2024, and let's jump around and see what was going on in the world. Number one movie was Deadpool and Wolverine. Never saw that one. Did you?
No.
Didn't either, yeah. Number one song, a bar song by Shabuzi.
I know that song well. And the reason I know that song well, I'd never heard of Shabuzi at this point.
Yeah.
He wanted to come do that song at the white party. And I wasn't sure. And then like everyone kept telling me they love him. He's a great guy. So he came and then he did it 4 times in a row on stage. Then he walked off and threw up because he drank too much. And then he went right back to doing shots and doing the song again. So I kind of had a lot of respect for him.
Sometimes you got to pull the trigger to,
Dude.
Yeah,
to
I
get
mean,
to life.
it was
It's like
a
mushroom in a...
he put up a strong
Way to
performance,
fight
by
through
the way.
fatigue. That's incredible.
Super Bowl champions were the Kansas City Chiefs. Lamar Jackson was the MVP. Celtics took the NBA championship, and Jokic took the MVP in basketball. How was Paris at this time? This for the Olympics?
Paris was incredible.
Had to be.
It was actually incredible. And you know, look, when you're in the sports business, you're fortunate enough to see so many different things, and you go to so many different things. It's kind of, you know, it's part of, you know, our day job. That was like, this is incredible. You felt every minute of that. You just honored to you know, get to see it live, and you know, watching what Team USA did was, you know, no one would have thought it would have been so hard, but at the end of the day, they got the gold medal. I actually have, you asked me about other pieces of memorabilia that I have that I love. I have this picture of KD wrapped in the American flag, giving me a hug at the end of the game. It's just like, it's just such a cool, like, you know, it's like you, and it sits in my office. You look at that, you're like, what a moment. This is just such a great, you know, such a great moment.
You know what? There's probably nothing like that feeling to get to go compete for your country, for the world's best, which is exciting because flag football is now going to be an Olympic sport. Are we going to take that? And are you putting on the flag football game in?
We're putting on the flag football game together with Tom Brady and Saudi, and we're super excited to be part of that. And that's going to be broadcast on Fox. I think you're going to have the best players in the NFL playing in that game. Look, flag football is the fastest growing sport in the world right now. I think being on the Olympic stage in 2028 is going to be great. Do I think that America will take it? Absolutely. But
I get scared with that.
Yeah, well, I get scared with everything until you get the W. I mean,
exactly.
By the way, if you don't have that fear, then someone's gonna, bad things happen. So I think you always got to go into it not being arrogant, but being humble.
But it's a completely different sport. This isn't football. I don't even know what the rules are. I don't even know if our guys will know what the rules are. You probably can't do half the things that we want to do.
I'll tell you, I've learned a lot about flag football in the past couple months, and I'll tell you, a lot of the younger guys, they've got a lot of experience playing flag football.
There you go.
They know really how it works. What I'm excited for is our flag football, to watch the competition, to see a guy like Tom Brady come out of retirement. He's working out every day now because he wants to make sure that he comes home, as the winner of that. He got, round robin game, 3 teams competing. He wants to make sure he wins that, but he's gonna have some tough competition from some young bucks playing.
Do we know all those young bucks?
We haven't announced who the other quarterbacks are yet, but I could tell you, he better be working on his sprinting as well.
So the sprinting is a thing for the quarterback.
I think you got to be. Flag football is a game. You got to be fast. It's not just passing accuracy. You got to be fast here.
My guy did get a better 40 time in his 40s than he did in his 20s. So anything could happen with Tom,
That's crazy.
Benjamin Button, Brady. Anything could happen.
I agree, and I tell him all the time I'm rooting against him just to motivate him, but I'm absolutely rooting for him.
Got to. It's the GOAT.
Absolutely,
man.
But we got to keep the pressure on him too. Like, could you imagine? I said to him, by the way. So everyone's going over together on the plane. There's like playing with a couple hundred seats. Everyone is playing, their families, everyone's going to the game together. I've told him if he doesn't win, he's going back commercial coach middle seat.
Seems right.
I think he's got a couple friends, though. He got a couple.
No, we're going to make sure to get some pretty bad.
Could you imagine Tom Brady in the back of economy in a middle seat?
He better win this game.
19 hours? How far is that?
Well, I make sure we had some stops along the way.
Frontiers.
We got to do some connections.
Oh my, he's gonna be fired up for this.
He's definitely. By the way, there's nobody who likes to compete more than Tom Brady.
No one.
Yeah, for sure.
He's definitely got Alex working on his arm right now. He's doing his the Dak Prescott thing. That thing that came from Tom House and TB. That little hip thing. He's doing that all day in the mirror. Now he's got a couple veins in his arm because he's been lifting weights.
Ooh, vascular.
He's looking young. He's looking good. Jeez, let's go, Brady. Let's go.
He seems very excited by it.
I mean, who doesn't get excited to see the GOAT throw the pass?
I'm with you.
Do you think it's fair that if he didn't leave victorious, that he should have to go back, coach, middle seat, economy?
I mean, I can't bite the hand that fed me.
I think there's got to be pressure. He's got to come home with it. He's got to come home with it.
He's going to put so much pressure on himself. This guy's the most pressure-giving himself guy in the world. Like, I played with him for 10 years or 11 years. I mean, this guy, he doesn't need any more motivation. Anyone that can get motivated playing in his 20th year against a team that's 1-8 in week 9, like, he don't need no more motivation. This guy's motivated.
Bro, 16 hours in economy, though? Middle seat?
Middle seat?
That's motivation.
That's good motivation.
That's motivation
That's
for me.
motivation.
Yeah, for sure.
Layovers? Yeah.
That's some cruel and unusual type punishment, bro.
That's what we like here at Fanatics.
It's fun. That's some like fantasy factory shit.
Honestly.
Jackie, let's jump into the game.
Should we get into this Serbia team real quick? These guys, Serbia, they know ball, baby. This is a great basketball playing nation led by legendary EuroLeague coach Svetislav Pecic. Sorry, my pronunciations here are really getting a workout.
I'm glad you're doing this.
Me too.
That was so much better than I could have done.
Thank you. That's all I needed. You know him. He coached Barcelona. He coached all these like Dynamo, Moscow. He's been in the EuroLeague forever. This roster had 4 guys that were currently NBA at the time. Jokic, of course, 3-time MVP.
Love Jokic.
The man. Bogdan Bogdanovic from the Hawks. We know him. Misic, who was on the Hornets that year. And then, not to be confused, but Nikolai Jovic, who's on the Heat. And some really good EuroLeague players. They were coming off a strong showing at that 2023 FIBA World Cup where they took silver, fell to Germany in the finals. This was a real big momentum for them. So that kind of put them on the world stage. Competed with Germany, who was number 1 at the time. But they were expected to challenge us in this one.
First off, how good is Jokic in person?
Joker, baby.
He's spectacular. But I'm used to rooting against him, and I rooted against him more than normal in this particular game.
I bet.
When he played the Sixers, I rooted against him. Here, against our country, I was definitely rooting against his ass. He's a scary dude.
He's scary.
Yeah.
It's like silent scary.
Yeah. Assassin.
Those are the scariest ones, guys that don't talk. He's like the guy in Gone in 60 Seconds. Remember the guy that had to steal the Hummer? Remember that one movie?
Great comp.
He's like that exact same dude. Didn't talk the whole movie.
And then he's got his brothers sitting behind the bench. Those guys are even scarier
And they're
somehow.
bigger than him.
Yeah, they're even bigger somehow. We had Joe. Remember when Joe was on here? Joe was like, it looks like he's playing water polo out there. Kind of does.
Yeah, it does. Now, is our time as being the basketball leader in the world, the United States, is this finally coming? Is it closer to the end than? I mean, we haven't had an MVP in a long time.
So I don't think so. Look, here's the reality. Basketball is an incredibly global sport. And there's so many stars from around the world that drive competition at the highest level. But I still think you're going to have the concentration when you put it all together. I still think, America's going to be able to put the best team on the court, Olympics after Olympics after Olympics. So I don't think our time is ending. I will say, I think people go into that with a lot of confidence. I think what happened in 2024 was a good message to say, hey, we better take this shit seriously in 2028, 2032. So, I don't think our time is over, but what I will say is I think that was a good reminder. How many games did you think you were going to win in your life? And I said this to actually Robert Kraft right before you guys, played the Jets this week. I'm like, it's the games you think you're going to win or the games that you lose. And so I think there was a level of confidence,
Complacency.
that probably shouldn't have been had. And I think at the end of the day, the team knew how to pull it together and win when it mattered. And that was what was so incredible to be there for both this game and the final game against France. Both were so spectacular. But it is a real global sport, that's for sure.
1,000%. It's kind of like how we were our whole career, where if you have so much sustained success, when you're playing a dog shit team, they think if they beat you guys,
that's
their dream.
Super Bowl.
That's their Super Bowl.
It's their Super Bowl,
and
for
they
sure.
get that with everyone in the world. Every little kid on all these teams grew up watching the NBA, wanting to be in America, and when they get a shot to play them, they're out for vengeance, man.
By the way, we see that with smaller competitors against Fanatics every day, but I actually love that. That competition makes us better.
1,000%.
And so for me, when we were smaller, we were the person trying to disrupt somebody else and make it better for the fan. Now, all we think about and we obsess about is how we can do everything to enhance really the consumer experience for the fan. But I got to tell you something. There's so many young companies saying they want to kill us, okay? And I love that competition. That competition, you each push each other to be better and to put your best foot forward. So competition's great. That's why we play the game.
Raises the best out of you. Raise the best out of you.
That's right, baby.
Jackie, let's jump into Team USA.
Oh, this roster speaks for itself. Steve Kerr leading the way. Star-studded assistant coaching staff. Mark Few, him from Gonzaga. Eric Spoelstra, Ty Lue. 4 straight gold medals coming into this thing. 16 overall. The average age on this team, a little bit old, 30. The U and USA standing for Unk out here. KD, LeBron, Steph, the old heads leading the way. But I love it. 11 of the 12 guys were all-stars this year. 8 combined MVPs on this team. And we got some notable Olympic debuts. Steph, first ever Olympics. Crazy.
That's crazy.
We needed him. Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man. He's the future. Embiid, Halliburton, and Derek White. Yeah, this is Team USA stacked.
Now, could this team beat the Dream Team?
That's such a good question. What do you think?
I mean, I don't watch basketball now like I did then. And I still have the folklore of like Michael Jordan still being the guy and that whole team and the stories around the practices of that team. And it was like the first time the pros could play in the bat. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You know what?
But I don't know.
My job is to give a politically correct answer because I'm friends with a lot of people on both sides. But you know what? Fuck it. These guys would win.
Yes.
You know
there it
why?
is.
Because I just think everything's advanced so much. The way the 3-shot today is advanced, and since that period of time, I just think the way people are, the way you can train today, I just think the sophistication today is at the greatest level. So I'm going to say yes, they would win.
So the time traveler theory, though. So if you take that group and put them into the other group, not if that group got to be in this group. All right,
now you're confusing this shit. Like I was asked a very simple question: would this team beat the Dream Team? And I thought first I should be politically correct and not answer the question. I said, fuck it, yes. And now you're coming and making the question more complicated.
I think Charles might say, that's terrible, man. That's terrible.
Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan.
It feels like blasphemy, but I'm with Michael on this one.
You know what?
You're with me, right?
I'm with you.
Thank you.
I'm
not against you. I mean,
You're just trying to be political, and I asked the question, what do you think? Either they would win or they wouldn't win. Who is winning? Answer the question.
gotta go with Jordan.
That's what old people do. The old people can't,
old
people can't respect the youth. By the way, and then when they're calling out saying these 30-year-olds are old, I'm definitely going with the young guys.
I know. And then all of a sudden you see Steph Curry pull up from half court and just drain
like
three threes in a row like it's
like
nothing.
It's nothing with the night.
Oh my God. How good is Steph Curry?
Spectacular.
It's how is it watching it live? I've never seen him live either, I don't think.
Okay, well, first of all, there's one thing I picked up here. I thought I didn't leave my house when I came to Los Angeles. You need to get out of your house.
I need to get out of my house.
There's this basketball team here called the Lakers.
Lakers?
There's also a second one called the Clippers.
Clip show.
Both play basketball, and you can actually get out and see some of these guys. You are in the sports business. You want to be relevant. You want to know what's going on. I'm just suggesting, get the fuck out of your house.
I got to get out of the house.
Yeah, just saying.
Who
agrees with that?
I agree.
I'm with you.
Celtics are in town soon.
Are they?
I think so.
Last time I went to a Lakers game when they played the Celtics.
Hey, let's run it back.
Let's run it back.
We did have Jeannie
Take
Buss
me with
here.
you.
We did. Jeannie said I could go whenever I
don't know
want.
if that's- I don't know
And
what
she
it-
sold the team on you.
And then she sold the team.
Now it's not about anymore. She's like, yeah, I made this commitment to Jules. I don't want anything to do with him. He's horrible. I don't want him at the game. I'm selling the team, so I don't have to honor this commitment.
No, it's
Like that
get it.
$10 billion.
out of these. You've probably hung out with all these guys. Who's the funnest to hang out with?
There's so, I mean, look, first of all, I probably know half the guys well. If I say, there's so many great guys on this team and so many just incredible athletes. I mean, I think of these guys, you know, I think like all of us, this is a group that literally, they eat, breathe, live basketball, and that's what's their priority 365. So I don't think of any of these guys like, hey, these are the fun guys you hang out with. But then you always see moments, just like, you know, people, you know, you see the 5-10 moments a year that I'm having fun. I mean, you know, like there's so many great guys in here. I mean, I'm looking at the bottom of the list. I look at Book. I mean, in the rare times when you see him out, he's got such a great personality and such a fun guy. You know, obviously Embiid's my boy. JT's great. I mean, there's so many great guys on here.
Who's a guy on here? Who's a guy that's not on here that you think that should be on here?
For this team, for a 2024 Olympic team, I don't know. I'm gonna let you create the controversies with that one.
Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown.
Oh, Jaylen Brown?
Well, that was a lot of controversy around him for sure. People, and by the way,
And they brought in my guy White.
I love D. White though too.
I like
by the
D.
way,
White.
he's got such a great way about. I mean, I've met him a few times. I barely know him, but you just see one of the things I love to see is people that bring people together. And if you look at this list, obviously Steph, you know, you think about right away someone who's like, because the thing about basketball is, you know, sometimes you have these teams that you're like, oh, that team's going to win it all because they have 3 great stars, but the 3 great stars, they don't fit well together. They don't play well together. You know, Derek White, it just felt like he has such great energy of how he brings people together. Obviously, I look at the top of your list here and you look at Steph, and obviously you think that right away. Here's a guy who brings people together. And there's so many leaders in this team, but bringing people together is, you know, part of, you know, you can have all the talent in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to win. I've seen that in business as well. Sometimes we'll go out and we'll hire somebody incredible who's got all the intellect, all the talent, but they can't work well with other people. And you need to get people that have all the talent but know how to bring people together. You played on a team where what was Tom Brady's best skill? Probably how he brought everyone together.
Yeah, consistency too.
Right.
Same guy every day.
Which is part of leadership.
Part of leadership.
Me kept you in line, which is no easy job.
No easy job.
Talk about a guy who go off the rails
Not with TB though.
because he'd kick your ass.
He kicked my ass.
Compartmentalization.
What about with Cam Newton?
We can't have my highest
That's right.
yardage game with Cam. I don't
What's
know
that
what to
tell you?
say. 179 when I couldn't even walk.
Highway 11.
Highway 11.
Giving out
That's
sick nicknames.
he did have good nicknames, Cam. He had great nicknames.
Yeah.
Who's the funnest guy you like to watch? Who's like your favorite player to watch on the team?
I mean, I got to say, I'd still say it's Bron because I just have so much respect for someone at his age who's doing what he's doing is spectacular. And I think it seemed prior to Tom and Bron, it seemed inconceivable that you could play the level that these guys are playing at the age they're at. And all, like, I like to joke around and be the, you know, have fun with my friends, but like, I can't wait to see Tom come back at 48 years old in this flag football game and see, does he look as good as ever? Because I think he's going to, because he's working out to accomplish that. When you look at Bron at 40 years old and what he does day in and day out, it's pretty spectacular. And I was listening to Charles Barkley a couple of days ago saying like there's a time when he just hates to see old guys where you don't have it the last couple of years. Bron still got it. Like, so for me on this list, it's Bron without question.
It's hard to argue. I would say either Bron or Steph, just because Steph is like defying odds. When I see him shoot and do the things he did, like he's literally revolutionized the game.
You asked me for one, I answered.
I know.
So like if you want, for me, I feel like it'd be Bron, Steph, JT, Book. I mean, you asked me for one person. I try to answer your question.
Bron versus Jordan. Then who do you got? Answer that question.
You answer it first. I know you're old head. You're going with Jordan.
I used to be that way. And then with what you just explained, Bron is in his 40s and he was the best guy on that court in this game. Like we wouldn't have won if it wasn't for Bron and the other guys, but he took over the game at like 39 in the world.
Because at the end of the day, he has those killer instincts that when he has to kill, like that's not the guy you fuck with. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the guy you always respect. And like, I remember, I'll tell you a great basketball story. I remember at the end of this is when I was involved in the ownership of the Sixers. I remember seeing Jaylen Brown, at the end of a game when they played the Sixers. And I think the Sixers had just won the game by a couple points. And Jaylen came up to me and says, yeah, I hope your guy gets MVP. I'm like, I know exactly why you're saying that. He's like, yeah. He said, I want him to be happy with MVP. I don't want him to be thinking about anything else.
Whoa.
And here's Jaylen Brown saying, here's how I'm going to be a killer. Like I'm playing a game of chess. Here's what I want to happen. So like, I mean, look, these guys, you don't get to where any of these guys are without being killers, but Bron's an assassin.
Yeah. I think it's a lot closer than what it was back in the day. It used to be just straight Jordan, but now like I never even thought it could be possible to get on the same wavelength of him with that killer instinct that we're talking about. But Bron, I mean, I'm a Tom guy. So that like naturally puts me in that Bron category because of the longevity, like the defying odds with the age stuff, the consistency.
The consistency is so big.
The durability.
Winning in different locations.
Like it's hard to pick. You can't.
You got to pick.
Only reason I'm picking Michael Jordan is because one time before the Super Bowl, my first Super Bowl I played, or second Super Bowl we played in when we won, I met Jordan for the first time and I was so intimidated. It was him and Derek Jeter. We were at Paradise Valley, that little restaurant in there, the Sanctuary. This is the Friday before the Super Bowl. And I go up to meet Mr. Jordan and Mr. Jeter, and Jordan was super standoffish. And Jeter was charming. We're talking for like 10 minutes. And I went and introduced myself, like, I'm about to play in this game, sir. I just wanted to meet you guys. And Jordan, at the end of the conversation, looks at me with a stone cold killer eye. And he says, don't fuck this up, kid. I got a lot of money on you guys.
Sounds like Mike.
Which game was it?
It was the Seahawks. And so just because of that, I thought he literally was going to kill me with his eyeballs.
I love that.
I got to pick Jordan.
It's killer instinct.
And you had the game-winning touchdown.
I was just terrified of him. And it was everything I wanted and more from if I were to ever meet Michael Jordan. It surpassed my excitement levels because he was real with me.
And they say
he didn't give me the
heroes.
kiki, hey, fanboy, hey. He said, hey, fucking kid, don't fuck this up.
It's good words of wisdom.
We didn't fuck it up.
That's
Didn't let
right.
him down.
Can't let MJ down.
Got close.
So I'm going Jordan.
That's a thoughtful and respectable answer.
Before we move into the game, you grow up in Philly. What's it like growing up of the team you're a fan of and then walking in the first time you own the team?
I think people think owning a team is fun.
No.
It's not, because you have one job, and we failed at it every year I was involved. You have to win the championship. That is your job. You have no other responsibility when you own a team. And we were a perennial second round exeter of the playoffs in the time I was involved with the team. So for me, I think I learned a ton. I think I added some value to the organization. But for me, I felt like this huge, I'm letting down fans by not winning the championship. And that's all that really mattered. There's no reason when you enter sports ownership, if you don't do it, if the only reason you're doing it isn't because you want to win championships, you're in it for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
And that is what the city and the fans expect for you. And they're 100% right. So, I think you learn a lot about heartbreak. You feel what the fans feel because you want it so fucking bad.
Yeah.
You want to deliver it for it so bad. And that's why I'm so excited for Robert Kraft today to say from going from 6 Super Bowls to people thinking they're kind of an embarrassment of the NFL to now being 9-2 with, an incredible quarterback for the future and an incredible, coaching organization. And they're back. And I know how good that feels. And I know how much he and Jonathan sweat every single play, every single moment that gives them the chance to get that, at bat to try to win a Super Bowl. So for me, I'd say I did it from 2011 till 2021 or 22. It became a huge distraction to Fanatics. We were getting the sports betting business. You can't take bets on people that you can't take bets on your own team. We had individual deals with that. So we kind of, as we expanded our business, that violated the rules of the leagues. And so it was time for me to move on. But I'd say I left feeling like I never did my job. And that's an L on my record.
Man of integrity.
And honesty.
Facts.
Jackie, get us in this game after that moment right there.
Leading up to this game, there's a rematch. Played him twice already before this. Played him in an exhibition. Busted him 115-79. Then we met him again in group play, 110-84. People say, looking back on hindsight's 2020, they were giving us some vanilla looks there, playing possum a little bit. Because not to get too ahead of ourselves here, they come out with different coverages. They're switching, they're doubling, they're fouling to stop any transition for us. So that was a little bit of a talking point leading up to it. But immediately, that happens in sports. A little vanilla look.
Yeah.
Save it for when it really matters. In the quarterfinals of the knockout stage, we busted Brazil 122-87. Meanwhile, Serbia had to go to OT to beat the Aussies 95-90. That gets us to the semifinals.
This event, we talked about it, but being in Paris, that's got to be a cool feeling. Like having the Olympics in Paris. Well, where was everything at? Where was it all at what stadium? Or
for me, the cool feeling was this was probably the time when I felt most connected to every bit of this from both the business aspect. We operate, many of these businesses, whether it's their online businesses, we sell so much of this merchandise. We create so many of these collectibles. By the way, the trading card that we collected we created a card at the end of the game that had Bron, Steph, and KD on it. It was probably the single biggest card we've ever done in the history of Topps. And by the way, there was one card it's the 1-on-1 card, still has not been found yet, which is unusual for such a special card to not surface. Oftentimes they come out eventually. That card still hasn't been found. So
now those are in the regular packets.
It's completely randomized. Yeah, there's no gum anymore. That stopped. That stopped when you were young. When they were considered you a young buck, that stopped. But they're completely randomized. So when you go today, there was a very famous story last year where Paul Skeens, rookie pitcher, had his debut patch, and a kid actually in California had asked his parents, "Hey, I really want a box of these cards for his Christmas present." And they went to StockX, spent $200, bought the box of cards, and he got the Paul Skeens card, which ultimately sold for $1.1 million. Now, that's a great story. There's, many people get a box of cards where the value of the cards are, way less than what you pay for it. So it's completely randomized. That's and it's worked that way for the entire trading cards. Trading cards have been randomized since, Topps was created, in the early 50s.
Wow.
That was crazy. That story was nuts.
$1 million.
And then, like Livy Dunn was
I
like,
love those stories.
The Pirates come watch a game with me.
The Pirates were like, here's like season tickets. Can we get it back? And he was like,
for 30 years.
Yeah.
Front row season tickets for 30 years.
They gave him
live in
front row
Pittsburgh.
season tickets for
They offered
30
it.
years.
They offered it. And then Livy said, and come to the suite with me to watch the game.
And it worked?
Nope.
The kid took it. I'm just kidding.
Took the $1.1 million.
Jack would have taken that. Jack would have taken that.
That's like in Seinfeld with the hot coffee, remember?
Yeah. So look, being in Paris, where we have such a big partnership with so many, so many of the guys on Team USA, having been such a big basketball fan, that was like, I went to other sports. I went to volleyball, I went to track, but like, I'm looking at these pictures now. You look at the picture of Travis there and just how hyped he was. And There's JT over there. It was such a great moment.
How is it different though? Like, because I've been to Super Bowls. You go to the NBA Finals.
Because at the end of the day, you're still fighting for your country.
Still fighting. So
You're still fighting for your country. And by the way,
they still have the events and stuff.
So much better to almost lose and then win than to win easily.
Yeah.
Like
Makes it more exciting.
Yeah. Like, let me
drama,
ask you a
baby.
question. What's the best moment you can remember in your life? It's that 28-3 comeback, correct? Honestly.
Probably.
Right.
Or it could have been, we came.
Daughter.
All of them were
Daughter.
Birth of daughter.
No, hold on. I know it's supposed to be proper when you say like.
He said sports world. He said sports.
I actually did it because you say, what's the moment? Like, look, you were just glowing about your daughter, how amazing she is. And, you're here for her. But the reality is being in front of the whole world and being down 28-3 and having so many thousands of people leave the stadium and say, we gave up on you. And you said, fuck that. We're going to find a way to win this game.
I'm looking at you, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Like, you're going to, by the way,
I'm not.
in the suite I was in, it was all the bad mojo we got out of that suite. Robert's going to kill me for saying this, but it was all the people were like, we're leaving halftime. The game's over. Fuck y'all. You know what? I mean, people didn't believe in you. And, you guys went out and you did what you did. So to me, like watching Team USA thinking they're really losing against Serbia and then coming back and winning the game, by the way, 17-point differential in the, didn't come out right, in the fourth quarter. Insane. Absolutely insane.
15 points in the fourth.
By the way, and I'll tell you, I'm looking at this picture now. I think Travis jumped up and down the entire fourth quarter. He must have burned 5,000 calories.
Basketball does give you that excitement, though, when you're sitting on the court. There's nothing like it.
Your feet's on the plane.
You're on it. You're hearing the boys talk.
Yeah.
You see the energy. You see the
and then
the physicality.
always thinking to myself, because again, I'm always like rooting hard, but always thinking about every scenario. That's the way my brain works. So I'm like,
Jewish worries, Bubs.
I'm like,
I got it too.
I'm like, are we going to lose this freaking game? Like, no way. Like, this can't happen. And then, like, it felt like it was a Disney movie setup to have USA play France in Paris with Wemby there, who played so incredible, okay? And he is such a special human being.
And we got his first game patch out there already?
We did not have that, so we have his first jersey, not his first game patch.
Let's get something there.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's special.
He's look, he's one of the most important athletes in the world to Fanatics in the future. And, what he's doing is incredible. And he's a
good dude. Seems like a good dude. I don't know him.
He's special. He is really, really special.
All the great ones seem like, that's the thing. You got to be a good dude.
Well, I'll tell you something about him, and I'll give the abbreviated story of this, but we were having dinner a year or two ago in New York, and I've tried to set the dinner up for 8. I think he set up for 6 and showed up 10 minutes early. Anyway, long story short.
Showed up 10 minutes early.
Well,
that's it.
But here's the story that you'll love. So Brady lives 2 minutes from me in New York. So he called and I said, Wemby's here. You should come by with your son. So they came by, and these guys are having all kinds of great conversations. And Vic looks at his watch. He's like, hey, it's, I think it was like 8:30. He's like, I got to go home and read. It's 8:30 in the night. He's going home to read this book to make sure he gets the exact right amount of sleep. And Thomas is like huge respect for that. It's just like the discipline he has I think he was 20 at this point.
That's why he's going to be the guy.
He's something else, man. He is something else.
Health bearing. Those big guys, they scare me though when they're so big.
I know.
I got to tell you something.
I know.
He is, that's what everyone says about him. And I'm going to tell you something. This guy takes his stretching and his fit. He is special beyond special in his thoughtfulness, in the way he takes care of himself. He is not, like, it's pretty embarrassing for me when you spend time with someone who's 32 years younger than you feel like they're more responsible.
He's definitely a pretty responsible guy, this guy too.
Yeah, I would say he's definitely more responsible than you for sure.
Probably.
Oh my gosh. This was, should we put a quick bow on this game?
Put a bow on it.
Man, I hound Steve Kerr for not playing JT enough, but his coaching with Steph, Book, KD, LeBron, AD lineup toward the end was huge. We had a big sequence with KD and Book, back-to-back threes that cut it to 5. Then you got the Embiid turnaround with 4 minutes left. That cuts it to 2. Then you got Bron and Steph going downhill. Those big transition layups, just willing us to win, going right to the cup. And then you really ice that thing. We're only up 2 with about 30 seconds left. KD hits that long 2 right in Petrosev's eye, puts us up 4, and the rest was history. We end up winning this thing 95-91. Unbelievable game.
15 points in the fourth quarter that held them to. What's your favorite moment of this game? When did you know you guys had it? When did you feel it?
I knew I had it when the game was over. Not until then.
Yeah.
Anytime we prematurely celebrate, bad things happen.
See, it's
So
hard.
I'm not into premature.
Hard to ask.
I'm not into
Rubes
premature.
that.
I'm not into
You've been to
premature.
too many games where it's gone so many other ways.
I am not into premature celebrations.
Yeah.
That does not work out well. Never has worked out well. So I'm no different than I'd say if I were in a casino and I got 3 blackjacks, someone else would celebrate. I say, like, wait a second, they got a face card. You don't know what's under there. Like, calm down. And, you know, in 10% of the scenarios, they got the blackjack too. So, like, I'm never celebrating until something's over.
This guy knows cards.
My kind of fan, that's right.
This guy knows cards.
And Steph pours this thing in with 36 points, leads us to victory.
I mean, my favorite moment was, like, the excitement when that game was over. But then you had to know.
Unbelievable.
But you know what else you knew right away? Hey, man.
Wemby.
No. You know what you said? Yeah. These guys, you know, we just got tested hard. We got to lock in and focus. Now, I will tell you one thing. I was with my entire family, and the celebration after they won the gold, that did some damage to my body.
Got to hear about it.
How does it
Give
start?
us the PG version or something.
Well, I don't think it starts till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and ended in me not speaking very much in the car ride home. So I was, you know, maybe had a few too many drinks.
I mean, gold medal?
Oui.
Got to. In
I have
Paris
so many pictures
against the home team?
By the way, I guess I can always be a drunk buffoon like any of them. It shows you like have everyone's gold medal on, and it's like whatever. You just all celebrating and having a great time. It's so, you know, so I felt so lucky to get to witness that firsthand, and you know, to see greatness, you know, rear its head in the biggest of ways.
Amazing. Before we score the game, we ask all our guests, what do sports mean to you?
For me, what sports means is the right to compete. And there's nothing greater. And the reason I always say I have the greatest job in the world is I get to compete 17 hours a day, 365 days a year in business. I can do it until I die. And I love doing it so much. But sports is the ultimate competition. And so if you grow up with a real competitive mentality, you like to test that as much as possible. And that's the honor that I get to do running Fanatics every day.
Wow. Well said. Well said.
What's it mean to you? If you haven't had to answer that before 722,000 times here.
I've never actually answered it. I always ask it. But I wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for sport. Sport taught me the lessons of life. That you need a team, the accountability, the discipline, the sacrifice, the putting goals towards something, the progressing towards something, the putting hard work, not just in hard work, but working hard at specific things, knowing what you have to work on to improve. The improvement is such a great thing that I've learned through sport. Like, I've learned all my life lessons that I've learned after sport through sport, because it took that advice that I learned in sport to do. So sports is everything to me. It's given me everything.
I love that. I'm going to tell you, we ADD'd around. You actually asked me about the uniforms of Drewski in his uniform and me in your uniform. And for me, it was because in a lot of ways, for a really unathletic guy, which I'm very self-professed at. And I'm not, by the way, I'm not a religious person. I would never grow up very religious, but, you know, to be a Jewish unathletic kid, when they said, what jersey do you want to wear in the skit? I said yours, because it was like, here's a little guy who's Jewish, who like found a way to prevail all the time. That's fucking inspiration, man. And I remember Drewski and I had so much fun doing this. We were just cracking up, running through the halls of Fanatics. By the way,
It was fucking great.
By the way, I was amazed. By the way, not having played football since 9th grade, it actually Like I was pretty aggressive and yeah, I was. I don't think we showed some of the crazy scenes when I was just like knocking him over. By the way, I showed Vince didn't see this, and I saw Vince at one of Robert's
Are you in
parties.
cleats?
I think I was in cleats, slipping like crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
Yeah. But you should know. I wanted your jersey to show you. Know
I
it.
appreciate
Here's
that.
this little Jewish guy. Look what he can do. If he can do it, anyone can do it. Let's fucking go.
So why did Drewski pick Vince Wilfork?
Well, that's obvious. They have the same stomach lining. They have the same body shape.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
Get almost anything you need delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost?
Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get chicken parmesan delivered.
A day at the lake? That's a no. A Philly cheesesteak? That's a yes.
An afternoon stroll? Sorry, no. A burrito bowl? Happily, yes.
What about a day of sunshine? Not happening. A box of fine wines? Yes, that's happening. Delivery on its way.
Okay, how about some clear skies? Nope. Well, then how about some French fries? Yep.
A little escape? No. A delicious bowl of grapes? Yes. Yes, that.
How about a freshly cut lawn? Can't help you there, but barbecued prawns? Order it and it's on its way. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details. Let's name the game and score the game. These are some names that we came up with. If you have a specific name, we can use it. We came up with the Steph Curry game, Steph Saves America game. Oi, oi, Steph.
That's we.
Jules. Steph.
It's France. Come
Well,
on.
I was thinking, Brazil. You know, I got my dialect
Yeah, I feel
wrong.
that. I feel
Can't
that.
read.
We were gonna name this game.
Joker versus Juggernauts or something else.
I got a new name for you.
What we got?
USA Don't Quit.
There it is.
USA Don't Quit.
I love that.
Score the game. Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's score it. Remember, decimals are encouraged. Rubes, stakes of this semifinal game in the Olympics, semifinal game, the stakes 0 to 10, decimals encouraged.
Well, I mean, I might score it at 100 because you're going home if you don't win it. So I don't know how you don't give it. If I'm really cut off at 10, it's a 10.
But what if there's a final game? What's the stakes of that one?
I'm going home if I don't win this game.
All right.
And this game was more dramatic than the last game.
I get it. We let all our
Facts.
people have their own scores. I'm going to go with a, it's a semifinal game in the Olympics, but
But you thought you were going home. You watched that game and thought we were losing.
Yeah, but we're Team America.
Did you watch the game?
a little bit, yeah.
Did you think we were losing?
No, never.
You're full of shit.
You got to fucking believe, Rubes. This guy was down 28-3 in a Super Bowl. You think I fucking,
You know what?
I jumped on it, baby.
You know what? I agree. I'll shut up.
Nah, I'll go, I think it's an 8.8.
Got a 9.4.
9.4, Jackie?
8.6.
I was close to 10, man. This is a. I love this game. This was a
Before the-
ball nowhere pick of a game too.
This was a ball nowhere.
This is a
pick
ball
game.
nowhere
Very
pick.
excited.
I loved it.
The crazy thing about this, in 20 years, this game could even be even bigger because we may not win another championship after that. Star power 0 to 10. Decimals encouraged.
We will. That was a defeatist attitude. Don't
What are you talking about?
Don't talk
I'm
that
just
dumb-
saying, last
don't
10
talk that-
MVPs, all from
don't
other
talk that dumb
countries.
shit.
I know, all right.
Go move to
They're
Serbia.
not all from the same country.
Star power of this game, a lot of stars.
You want me to hit him real
A lot
quick?
of stars.
We got
I know
Travis
who they
Scott.
are.
We got Michael Rubin. We got Simone Biles. We got Snoop Dogg, Mick Jagger, Paul Gasol, Quavo, Sue Bird, Megan Rapinoe, Gabrielle Union, Cap, Colin
Stars
Kaepernick was
were
there,
out.
bro. Tony Parker, Dwayne Wade.
Not to
court.
mention
Oh,
the-
this
Not
is
to mention the guys on the court.
everywhere.
No, but also the
Sorry, I
roster.
thought you were evaluating the quality of the squad. This is stars that came to
both.
watch.
No,
This is
it's both.
It's all encompassing.
I need more clarity here. You guys, you can't just
Star power.
We're just throwing.
overall star power. I
Also,
think the
it's in
star
Paris.
power of the game was. Here's what I'm going to say. I think the star power of the team was a 9. I think the star power of no. I'm getting mathematically. I think the star power of the team was a 9 because you had other great players, other places, but you had the most incredible players on Team USA. So I'm going to give the star power of the team a 9. I'm going to say the star power that was there was a 6. So I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Ooh.
I like
It could have
that.
been. It could
I like
have been.
that.
Could have been more star power at the game. There weren't enough great people there.
This ain't no white party. This ain't. I mean,
It ain't the way. That's a 10.
I would go. I thought there was hella stars at this thing. I'm going with at least an 8.2.
I think you guys are both low.
Damn, I went 10. It shows I've never been to a.
I went
You guys are all
9.5.
soft as shit.
What 9.5? It's an all-star game,
All-Star game.
and it's in Paris. It's the star of all the cities.
But you said how were the stars that came out? And I'm going to say the stars that came out. We needed more support.
Okay, I like it.
This is true.
You can always do better.
I'm sticking to my 6.
I like that.
All right.
Integrity score.
The gameplay, this is where it goes off. Gameplay 0 to 10, decimals encouraged.
We're talking the full game of the last quarter.
Full game?
Entertainment
Full
value,
game.
excitement,
The
drama.
entertainment was great. I'm going to give it a. I'm still very disappointed by having to put it all in the fourth quarter. I would have liked to blow out by 40 points because that would have made me not test my heart rate and conditioning. So I'm going to give it an 8.75.
It's
I
a
like
great
that.
score.
That's a really good
That's a
score.
very good score.
It was a freaking great game. I'm going to go with the 8.9.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Just for shits and giggles, what are we rating the 28-3 comeback?
We can show you after.
I think we'll show you after.
Yeah.
Okay.
at a 9.8. I'm high.
I had 8.2. I had 8.2.
Now, the name of the game, USA Don't Quit. We got it. We graded the name of the
I
game.
might need to
It's a
rescore my
10.
name.
You know why? Because we got to always remember, we need to always remind people, never fucking quit, period, end of story. And you know, so many people are soft. They talk the words, they don't walk the walk. And so I love that name.
I'm ready to run through a brick wall.
It
Right
has
now.
our country and it has Don't Quit in it. I got to go with a 9.
I'm gonna have to up whatever I put in there because we got a new name, 8.1. I'm gonna-
You didn't even how do you grade? You don't
6.5.
even have my name. We had a
I
new
know.
name.
I pre-graded. I'm going 9.
I game off of the cultural impact of this game, right? How much you think about it later on, right? 28-3 game, you'll just think about that in the shower, right? I'm not a big
He
basketball
thinks
guy.
about
Again.
it
I
every
don't
day.
think
He thinks
about
about it
this
every
game.
day.
I
for
really
sure.
don't. I gave the lowest score on it. Where does it get
It's
us?
my Roman Empire.
Okay,
Okay,
so
So wait, hold on. No, it's an 8.8.
Jesus, this is going to be high.
Oh, I
this
love
is going
this.
to be high. This is our new. It's tied for 11th and 10th. So tied with 10th with the choke of the doke, Florida versus Florida State, Week 11, 1994, and the 2004 ALCS game for Yankees versus Red Sox.
I just want to say, you guys' grading system sucks.
What are you talking about?
Okay, that you have the 28-3 comeback, and this is 11th. You have 9 games in between the 28-3 comeback.
What are the games?
And this?
There's some good games in there.
Sorry, where'd you put it at?
It's tied with these two games.
It's 8-8-8?
It's 8.888.
So a 3-way tie.
Okay, so it's a 3-way tie now. Got it. I'm still gonna say, I think we've been unfairly hard on the rating of this game because I don't understand how 2 through 9 would be in between.
Miracle on
Miracle
Ice.
on Ice?
Geopolitical. I mean,
I'm too young for that.
2016 World
I was
Series.
like,
Game
I didn't-
seven,
I
we have to go to
Cubs
the Cold War.
Cubs
I
versus
didn't watch
Indians.
TV. That was great. By
You got to
the
get
way.
out of the house, bro.
The
That was Mike
1999,
on this one.
the
That was Mike on this
1999 Women's World Cup,
What?
China versus USA.
They
Golden goal.
revolutionized women's sports. They took their shirt off.
That's not
It
why it
needs to move up.
revolutionized women's
We
sports.
we need a regrading system here. It needs to move up.
We do every
we do
every
need-
like
yeah.
50 or so
Snowball?
games.
It literally
No
changed.
one cares about your snowball.
I wasn't there.
Dude, Travis Scott was
But
not even
you're
there.
Foxball forever.
Yeah, but that one play could have changed 6 Super Bowl. It could have just.
I need to have this sent to me. I'm gonna actually go back and watch some of these games.
I liked it. Oh,
Go watch them.
Yeah,
We're gonna send
We
you.
would
this,
appreciate that.
and then we're gonna give you a book report on them.
perfect.
the regrading.
I think we need to.
These are.
All right, Canada beat us. How is that ahead of this?
That one's a high score.
That's a high
Paul,
score.
Yeah, we had a
Paul Bissonnette
Canadian
came
here,
on,
yeah.
like right
so,
after.
so you're
we're-
saying that there's scoring accuracy issues here?
Oh yeah,
You're acknowledging that
We're
you guys
always
have
think
fucked this up.
1,000%.
We're always competitive with ourselves and trying to be better. Every 50 games or so, we try to rescore and try to make things
If you
better.
have any feedback, we will welcome that
Happily
greatly.
take it.
Okay, well I just gave you some.
I know. I like that.
Rubes, we miss anything about this game?
Do we miss anything about this game? You might have missed one crazy situation.
Which one?
My friend who got arrested right afterward.
Who got arrested?
Remember Travis Scott for being drunk? He was stuck in jail for 2 days for nothing.
Oh, bro, I forgot
How'd
about
you
that.
forget that?
Wow.
By the way, I went home.
We didn't
10
want to
minutes-
bring it up.
I mean, 10 minutes
didn't
later,
wanna bring it up.
I tried to forget it, but it's not like, it was a nothing thing. It was just like a drunkenly stupidity of the night. At least I was asleep and not with him.
Bro, free
done
La Flame.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's all good.
Wow. Yeah, didn't want to bring that one up.
Here's if you really want to get under the hood
Oh, my God.
of our scoring system.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'm going to send our accountants in to do an audit. Would
love that.
We're going to get back to you with feedback of where you guys fucked up, and we're going to make sure that you guys
I'm
do better.
terrified of
We're going to
this
make sure
audit.
you,
I'm
you-
so
we'll
excited
make sure
for
you guys
this.
do better in the future.
I'm terrified
That's
of
like
this
Mike
audit.
said. When you
expect more
make a
from you
mistake,
guys.
you correct it.
I'm so
You guys
excited
have a
for this.
responsibility to your fans to do better.
Fucking, we need a little more Rubes in our life.
I like that. I'm with you. Couldn't agree
We're
more.
on a mission to stomp out bad business.
The very first
Let's go, baby.
The very first rescoring episode we did was because Mark Cuban came in here and gave everything 10s, and we're like, we cannot do this anymore.
On a game
But
6.
that's a DQ. You just throw them out.
That's what we did.
there you
Well,
go.
we added way more numbers, so it drowned his score.
I
out.
accurately and fairly approached this with thought into each score and came up with a fair outcome. And then when we came up with the score, it was unfairly lower than it should have been. Just saying.
in your
This is true.
parameters.
In accurate parameters.
We don't know the accurate parameters yet until the audit happens.
Okay. The audit's on, baby.
Till the audit happens.
Fanatics
we're
audit
gonna
team's
cook the
coming
books
out
in the
here.
meantime.
They got a lot of auditors at Fanatics too, by the way.
Let's go. Everyone, Fanatics Fest. What date?
July 16 to 19.
July 16th to 19th.
Same weekend as the World Cup. New
Same.
York City, Javits.
Oh my gosh.
lot of
Here's my
suckers.
question for you. Last year, you had medical conditions that prohibited you from doing the full Fanatics games. If we were to offer you an opportunity to compete again, one, are you going to compete at the fullest level? And two, do you think you have a chance of winning?
1, I will compete at the fullest level. 2, I don't know if I have a chance of winning. I'm not a good hockey guy.
So
Wrist
the way it works,
dexterity.
there's 8 games, and
I remember.
you drop your worst 2 scores.
May have a shot.
We can coach you up with hockey too.
I'm
may have
just
a shot.
saying, what's happened to you since? Like you used to like what happened to you? You're fucking soft.
Moved to
There's something
California.
pathetic about you. Look, I already think I'm losing.
He moved
I mean,
to California.
What's
That's
that?
all. Moved to California.
That's what it is.
He moved
This
to
L-
LA,
this
bro.
LA life is
Moved
softening
to
you
LA.
up,
I
man.
just kind of want like a avocado toast and a smoothie.
I mean, it's pathetic.
Hey, we got to start training. Show him a little bit of that East Coast toughness.
We got to get back.
I need to see,
You can do this, yeah.
during these episodes, I need to see him training for the Fanatics games, that you're going to take this seriously.
We got the UFC
Let's start
striking
doing that.
event. You can practice on me.
Let's start doing that. Let's train. We can cut this in
Yes.
6 months from now when you win.
Rocky montage style.
Talk right to
me
the
think
camera. We're
about
gonna
it
go
real
win.
But could you imagine? Brady's already guaranteed he's winning it again. Okay. Gronk's done coming with everything he's got. If he's like the
I'll take him
last
out.
place, and by the way, maybe get Drake May in there this year. If you're just like the most pathetic Patriot.
basketball.
If you-
Easy.
if we-
Ooh.
if you-
He's probably pretty good at all this shit.
By the way, if you end up being the most pathetic Patriot, that's an embarrassment.
No, those are 3 good Pats.
Bro, James Harden was top 5. We can beat Jimmy Harden.
James Harden was top 5.
Yes, bro.
By the way, he was
A lot of skills. Those basketball guys got skills.
James
I
was
know.
number 4, and I've never seen someone so angry about number 4 in his life. H was fucking pissed. And a school teacher was number 3.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, and the shit I talked to James, you got beat by a school teacher, you're a loser. Which, by the way, in this particular case, he was.
Bro.
Where's that school teacher from?
Pennsylvania.
Western PA's got a lot of football athletes out there. I tell
This
you
guy
that
was
right
an
now.
athlete.
This guy's
Shout out.
probably
So one of the crazy things, I don't know what the number was. I know Mayor's behind me. Mayor, how many of the top 10 were not professional athletes?
6 out of the top 10 were fans.
How about that? 6 of the top 10 were fans. You know what that means? You better get your shit together. Get in the fucking gym and get to work, man.
You know what that means? I need a guy that just has my stats right behind me at all times.
You do.
Your boy.
I got you.
Your boy. Why am I chopped liver, bro?
By the way, you guys have missed scoring shit. You just got demoted. I mean,
Everyone, go check out Fanatics Fest.
Or just Fanatics too. It's not just
And
Fest,
Fanatics.
The whole thing.
A lot of
Damn.
verticals. A lot of verticals.
let's go, baby.
We got
If you're
cards.
betting, you got to be betting with Fanatics Sportsbook.
Betting.
If you're collecting
Memorabilia.
cards, trading cards, got to be Fanatics Collect. Get your merchandise at Fanatics. Come to Fanatics Fest if you're a super fan. Watch Jules try to not be a little bitch and compete at the highest level.
I'm going to try my hardest.
Just saying.
Try my hardest. Thanks, Rubes.
I'm honored to be with you.
Man, I wonder what it's like to be in Ruben's head for 1 minute. He's probably just doing so many things. You could see him just calculating all day.
Couldn't handle it.
I couldn't.
Too much.
I got to be more like Rubes. He was a beast.
Yeah.
What a guy.
He knows. Like, hey,
Inspiring.
what's up with our grading system?
He's the
put
one who
us
had
to
the
task.
lowest scores. Right?
I want to see what.
His star power was way too low.
Yeah, because he's got the white party standard.
Yeah, this guy's
But
got.
even still,
I know. I mean, that's a pretty big,
He's got high standards.
he does.
the only thing that knocked the star power with people in attendance and the games was that, the Serbian team only had Joker, from a big time name.
Technically,
Hey,
maybe
Flip
he's right.
Petrosev, baby. We remember him at Gonzaga.
Well, that was fun.
Also, before we move on real quick, we mentioned it a little bit, but that was a real ball knower game selection.
Yes. Great point, Kai Guy. That was...
Well, he loves basketball.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him when he was owning those Sixers.
Yeah.
He was on that court every game. He was like RKK of the Sixers.
Oh my God, he's on the wood more than a lumberjack, bro. That guy knows
He's really
ball.
disappointed he didn't win a chip.
I know.
Yeah, which I
He's a
respect the
competitor.
hell. Respect the hell. out of
Joker's
it.
a competitor, trying to get me to go against Rob and Tom and Drake.
He was
Come
voting you,
on,
bro.
boys.
You should do that. It'd
Huh?
be great content. You should do that.
School
Try
teachers.
to win it next year. Try to go beat Tom next year. You're too old. You can't do it.
At least beat that dude that teaches fourth period, bro. You can be the teacher. Kidding me?
Teacher, I don't know, man. That teacher's
You're
pretty
too
good.
old.
Gotta get back in the
You're
swing
not
of
too
things.
old. Your neck's too fucked up.
All right, this
We're
guy's
gonna start training though.
he's
We're
getting
starting to
on
train.
me about I couldn't do the event. Sorry, I got a fucking broken neck.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're out there doing a full Steve Austin, clanging beers together, getting the people going. Yes, bro. Fighting through fatigue. Let's go.
Speaking of clanking beers together,
You've been getting good at
Nice, nice.
it's time for the Chill Zone, brought to you by Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com
Oh, can we also talk about?
/GWN.
I should have asked him if we could trademark this.
Celebrate
He
responsibly.
said the game chose me. What a bar. We said why this
He's
game?
been hanging around a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
Though. He hangs around a lot of rappers, so he's probably getting shit left. He's getting sayings left
that
and
is a-
right.
Him and Jay-Z were at your Hall of Fame game, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't want to
Yeah.
say thanks, Rubes, for letting me get to meet Jay-Z because of you, but it was basically because of Rubes. Thanks, Rubes.
Dude, that was crazy. That was a bar, though. The game chose me. Whew. Today in the Chill Zone, in honor of Michael Rubin, a guy that knows a little something about jerseys, we are going to be doing a top 5 of our best jerseys of all time. Starting 5, a latest edition of Starting 5, best jerseys of all time. In honor of Michael Rubin,
Jerseys
Fanatics.
or unis?
Unis. I mean, unis.
Jerseys or unis?
Up for
Same thing in my regard. And
Well, it makes a complete difference on one of my picks.
Well, then you can just pick what you want.
yeah, it's open to interpretation.
All right.
The rules are not super strict here.
Well, ever since Rubes came in, I want a clear, definitive fucking rule class.
Jack goes first.
Me go first.
But we should put these and have people vote for it and have some sort of competition.
I'm going with an all-timer, the Boston Celtics. Classic. Right off rip. Hadn't changed. Don't need to.
Now, are you just saying the entire Boston Celtics oeuvre or just like
Classic home and away.
I'm going with. I fucking love Niners jerseys.
The classics, bro.
The old Niners jerseys.
we talking gold pants or white pants?
Gold pants.
Gold pants.
White pants are sick too, but
Yeah.
I remember when they changed over to those unis, I was like, man, I like the old ones.
Yeah.
But then now those are so
get
old.
used-
It's like those are cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the old 19s, like it's like the C10
Yeah.
trucks. They used to be like kind of like not that cool, and now like they're so old that they're like hella sick, and I want one.
That's the type of uniform that you just like the refresh. So like you like toggle between gold or white and however you've been on with.
They don't want no red and white. They don't want no red and white. Cause red and white is dynamite. Cause red and white is dynamite. Am I right or wrong? You right. Are we weak or strong?
You know,
strong? Countdown. 1, 2.
I'm gonna try to
bring it all down. 3, 4. All the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Niners.
I'm gonna try to win. We should make this a competition. I'm gonna try to win. I'm gonna go with the Chargers powder blue.
Classic. We talking like the Kellen Winslow joints?
Soft.
Any version of the powder blue.
They don't want no red and white.
Bang.
That's
bang,
what we used to
gang.
sing in our two at Pop Warner when we had to do 2 laps. We'd sing that as like a little like troops.
I don't know when this
Because we were the
episode-
Redwood City 49ers.
Oh, I know them.
I don't know when this episode.
Oh, I know them.
But someone
Coached by
DM'd
Frank
us.
Edelman.
They're going to the national championship.
I think
Frank
they're not
Guido.
going to the national championship. They're going first to the regional.
Okay.
Huh? First. So let's go, RC. Let's go.
Also,
Look,
Woodside,
and
Woodside
Woodside?
lost. Woodside lost.
They lost. See, God, fuck. What the? That's why I didn't want to go too hard because they weren't at the championship game. Gronk's over here like, oh my God.
You definitely don't want to support those children too much.
Nah. Games with name is for the children, but
Only if you
Yeah,
make
you
it
gotta
to the
win, mother.
championship
Hey,
game.
If you're in a uniform, you ain't a child.
probably getting NIL deals.
No, not at Woodside.
Do we want to snake or not?
Now let's just do
Let's just
classic
do it.
styles.
Make it easy.
I like it. So back to me. I am going to go with the 90s Timberwolves, the Sam Cassell's baby.
You probably could have got that jersey later in this draft.
It's all good. We'll get it when we get it. You know the ones I'm talking about? Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
black or the blue?
It
The
was
blue,
in
blue.
It was in what was the basketball game we all used to play? NBA Jam.
He's heating up. NBA Jam.
NBA Jam. Those,
These
yeah,
joints.
Yeah,
These are
are sick.
gas.
Those are sick. That was like the new age-ist
Yeah.
font we've ever seen in
It was
sport.
of an era. That was definitely
Yeah.
of an era.
Had a little flavor to it.
My second, fucking, you can't say the Raiders.
That's pretty
Yeah,
darn tough,
that's a
man.
pretty good one.
Raiders,
Yeah, baby, the black hole.
Are we talking black? Are we talking
Those unis,
Raiders.
the black Raider
Never changed, bro.
uni?
Haven't changed. Don't
God,
need to.
they're
Never will.
sick.
I love that. That's a big feather in the cap to making a jersey great. Is it never changes?
Never changes.
It never has to. That's how you know it's a great jersey.
Black and silver, those are like those are cool. I was always stuck because I love red and gold, but black and silver tougher.
Tougher, bro.
Black and gold flashy, or red and gold, black and silver. You better watch out when you're going down a dark alley with that
right,
black
brother.
and silver. You might get took.
Something light.
I'm gonna go.
Pirate.
I'm gonna go with the New York Yankees home pinstripes.
Not a fan, but can't argue with that pick one bit.
You know what? It's hard for me to say this, but the two teams I grew up hating the most have like the coolest, like some of the coolest signature unis.
Who's the other Dodgers?
The Dodgers hat and
Awesome.
the Yankees hat. I
Awesome.
can never wear one, but I think they're such visually pleasing look. They're like cool ass hats.
And also, you go anywhere abroad, like people are wearing those hats, whether it's supporting the team or just for like a fashion statement.
100%.
We saw the 30 for 30, Kyler. We saw the 30 for 30 too.
What 30 for 30?
Wasn't there something
Yeah,
about that?
there was a doc on the
New York hat?
cultural significance.
I don't
of
know.
the
I
Yankees
just
hat.
travel. I don't know.
Sorry, dude.
I thought you were a movie guy. I thought you like films.
I thought
How many
I thought
30
you,
for
I thought
30s
you
have you seen?
produce documentaries, bro. I thought you would
Too
know
busy
the
with
category.
That's a
What's the
good pick.
documentary? I'm curious.
I don't know the exact title, but
So it made, I don't even think it was a documentary.
Jules just saw a
It was like
TikTok.
one of those 6-minute cut-ups in like a sports center.
Yeah.
yeah, Spike.
But I
did it.
think Spike
Oh,
Lee was
Spike
in
did
it.
it.
yeah, Beyond the Bronx.
Yeah. Oh, see, Spike
cool.
did it. Maybe I was right. I love Spike Lee.
Spike's the man. Spike
Except
knows a little
Spike
something
in
about
that
it.
new movie wasn't that good, man.
Highest to lows. I liked it.
I fell asleep. I got to rewatch it.
To be
mean-
fair, you fall asleep during good
Yeah.
movies too.
No, to be fair, I fall
Yeah,
asleep in the
yeah.
first 15 minutes of any movie.
Yeah.
I think it's unfairly getting dragged on the internet too, though. There was like a weird little moment where they're like,
I gotta
the
wa-
worst
I gotta
movie of
watch
the year.
it.
I'm like,
Because I love
relax.
Denzel and Spike, especially together.
Oh, me too. ASAP Rocky,
Yeah.
not a bill of bad, not bad. Jeffrey Wright, love Jeffrey Wright.
Oh, I love him.
All right, me up next. This one, I'm gonna take this one from you guys. 90s Hornets, baby. One of the best jerseys
Yeah,
of all time.
yeah.
Alexander Julian design. The shorts had
Yeah.
pleats, for God's sake. Pleated. Gas. Look at Dell in that thing.
Also, don't they have like a purple pinstripe?
Yep, there's pinstripe
That's-
in there. It's just, I mean, it's,
Jack, were you a
Goated.
child in the 90s by any chance?
I was.
Yeah. That's a good one.
All right, who's up next?
You?
I'm going with the Michigan Wolverines.
That's a great one.
That's a great one.
I loved the helmet.
I was just gonna say, where do you stand on the helmet?
I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Like when I first started playing football, I think Oak Grove had like their color scheme with the thing.
There's always a team that you play that has that.
Yeah, and
It's
I
tough.
thought it was, but like the blue gold, it kind of blue gold is awesome.
Shout
Pretty
out,
darn iconic.
shout out Middlebury. They also have that.
Oh yeah, Delaware
great.
too. I think.
Delaware, the Blue Hens.
Well, Kent State, we very similar, but not.
Dude, how about the real? I like
Princeton has it
Dorelis
too.
Clark, bro.
Princeton has it.
I think it may have came from somewhere before Michigan. I
gave
saw
some-
something on it.
I said that on an episode recently. I think I gave some bad intel. We'll have to dive in.
Dude, I gotta shout out my guy, Dorelis Clark, Kent State. Shout out.
My turn. Hartford Whalers.
Tough to beat. All timer.
Now, the thing with the Hartford Whalers is that the logo is better than the uniform.
The logo does do
but
some
the
heavy
uniform's
lifting.
like- and you got to do when they're like the royal blue, like this green, like the dark green, not the when they went navy before they moved.
Yeah.
And by the way, I played it in between a Whalers game as a kid.
Nice.
Shout out Rory Brenner, he scored the only goal.
Nice.
So Whalers, Hartford Whalers.
Hartford Whalers all day. Love that. Yeah, that one's hard to
Still a
hard to argue with.
top-selling piece of merchandise in the world.
As it should be.
Michael Rubin could tell us that.
He would know.
He would know.
He would know.
He would know. He'd have a spreadsheet. He'd hit up his guy in the back. Hey, what is that? Yeah,
Hey, let me get the auditors on that.
Okay, Jackie.
I'm gonna go with this is a deep cut. The 1997-98 Juventus pink away kit.
Ooh, I think I remember that because I play a lot
Sony
of FIFA.
Mini Disc was the sponsor.
Ooh, did you have a mini disc?
I never did.
Did you have a mini disc?
Didn't.
They were all right.
You know what? I still think I'm getting kind of biased though with my shit. But I like the Sharks unis
Oh yeah.
from San Jose. That teal black. I like black in my unis. It always made the teams look bigger and tougher.
But teal?
With the but they had a little hint of teal.
No, they were.
Was it
full,
teal?
They were full teal.
No, like
They
I,
had a
I
black-
like the black unis though. There's a black because I had a black parka.
Okay, the
me
black
see.
ones.
Yeah, I got you, Jules.
That's fire.
I love that Sharks. So if we're gonna go 90s hockey,
Got to.
I'm gonna go the Phoenix Coyotes.
Yeah, great pick.
The what do they call it? It's like Kuchina, the Kuchina guy. Oh, that was so
Let
sick.
me look that up.
Dude,
Those are kind of
do
sick.
the black one.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, those are sick. And then like the cool like
Hockey
stripe.
always got super like new with their shit because
Yeah.
they have newer franchising. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Although the original 6 teams are like their jerseys are iconic.
Yeah, but
too.
they haven't changed.
Yeah, yeah.
But like they always had new teams. I feel popping up, especially when we were kids.
Yes, because 90s there was a lot of expansion.
Yeah.
I don't want to say a team because I might want to pick them in a second.
Hey, oh.
Oh, spoiler.
All right. Is it me?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the 1990s Patriots, Drew Bledsoe, big Patriot on the shoulder. You know those ones?
Yeah.
The starter joints.
The Royal Blue.
Yep.
They should bring those back.
They should.
How'd we get the Nor'easter jerseys before we get the
Dude, I put those in there.
Blues?
The Nor'easters are fire. There's, they got to get those back out there. They got good juju in them. I just like these ones. Drew, Ty, early Ty Law.
The big, huge Pat Patriot
Yeah.
on the shoulder.
Starter. I like it.
Yeah.
For me,
You got a pretty good list cooking right now.
kind of like I was always a sucker for Oakland A's unis.
That green and yellow,
The
man.
A is iconic.
The A,
Yeah.
the hat, but also what was I liked it when they were like whites
Yeah.
with the hat, or was it white? Oakland A's,
The
the
clean
hat
white. Yeah. Yeah.
is
yeah.
sick.
Okay. Oakland A's.
That's a
Holmes?
great one. I didn't predict that one out of you, Jules, but I like it.
Yeah. These guys right here.
Yeah, just all the
Just-
white.
Just that one right there. Yeah.
That's
The grays aren't
athletics.
bad either. The grays
Huh?
aren't bad. The grays, their aways aren't
No,
bad either.
I
Yeah.
think they're all their unis are
Yeah,
sick.
they're
Even their
clean.
green ones.
Yeah, they're clean. I'm gonna go with the purple Mighty Ducks original jersey.
Ooh.
Just picture Paul Correa, Timu Solani in that bad boy. J.S. Jaguar.
Those are sick.
Those are sick.
Like
That's
the
my
Donald
childhood.
Duck.
What's that?
It's kind of like the Donald Lee Duck.
Yeah,
They should have never changed that.
yeah. Right. I hate that they went to just
They went to the new Duck. in
and then they
D2,
changed it. Yeah,
where they went to like the pros unis.
yeah. Those are
Weak.
fun. Yeah, I was a Penguin. Actually, fun fact: I was a Penguins fan, but it was the '90s. I had Mighty Ducks wallpaper in my bedroom.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
I could have guessed that.
yeah.
I like that.
But it's because my brother was a Lightning fan. I was a Penguins fan, and the Ducks were a compromise.
Pretty fair compromise, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. Because who doesn't like the Ducks in the '90s?
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Mess
All
with
right.
that.
So we done our starting five. Now we got to go off the bench.
We get a 6-man.
6.5.
We hit a 6-man here in starting 5. I'm going to go with another soccer one. I'm in the 90s here. Let's get out of the 90s. Let's go to 2004 Netherlands Nike Total 90 kit. I'm going to go with the Netherlands joint. Look at my man Ruud van Nistelrooy here. These are classics. These babies run you about $300-$400 on eBay right now. If anybody wants to send one my way, Edgar Davids,
How do you know that?
Ruud van Nistelrooy. Some deep cuts here. All you FIFA heads know what's up.
I don't know why, but I always loved 90s Florida State uniforms.
Cut off.
Peter Warwick.
But I loved
Big,
the
thick
maroon,
mesh.
the gold, the feather on,
The helmet's great.
the helmet. I like gold. I like gold shit, and then I like black shit.
Gold all in my wrist.
A golden black.
Just like all the if you look at my
LAFC.
except the Oakland A's, but that you could say that's like a form of gold, yellow.
oh, Florida State.
Florida
Which
State,
hasn't really changed.
Seminoles.
Not
They
much.
haven't really changed.
And-
Yeah.
and-
they tweaked their mascot a little bit. Chief Osceola.
And don't sleep on Bobby Bowden's drip. Bobby had some drip, man.
Yeah.
The,
Those hats are now
The
like
hats are
the
everywhere.
turtleneck.
The turtleneck,
need
the
more- We
windbreaker.
need more turtlenecks.
Yeah, I'll take a mock turtle. I'll take whatever.
We got work done right there. And then the tomahawks, that's cool.
I like the whites too. Go to the white uni. I like the white uni.
The patch is fun. Like the the pant
Yeah,
patch.
that was like the thing back in the day.
Now, where do you guys stand on this one? I am anti. Kai Guy, you might be pro after your last comment there. Little decals for doing something on the helmet. The little like, oh, you made a play and you get a sticker on there. I'm anti. What do they call
I
those?
think only certain teams should be able to do it.
Buckeyes
I
do
agree.
it.
Buckeyes, Seminoles.
Michigan,
Did Michigan do it?
yeah.
And then
That's the
Georgia.
uni I like.
Georgia does.
Those are tough.
Georgia does a dog,
gold
a
pin.
Bone, yeah.
right?
What do you guys stand on those?
Depends.
That's the uni I
People
like.
overdo it,
White,
too.
that with the fucking. But didn't they have a Seminole helmet too?
Yeah, that was in there as well. Let me see what years that was from though. Before they switched to the spear.
I love Native American culture for sport.
As long as I love the
Tribal.
I love when they get a part of it, right? And that's what's great about Florida State is that they are in communication with the Seminole tribe of Florida to develop and to make all that stuff feel
I
real.
just think
and-
I think like just in general,
okay.
I think Native Americans are just tough as fuck.
Yeah. So before I do mine, I just want to some big ones we left off the table, right? Talking Lakers, we left off the table. I might pick Penguins still, but it's a little biased.
The one I left
Talk
off the
about
table.
Cowboys.
The one I left. I love the Brazilian international soccer.
Oh, so clean.
Those
Greens.
are great. Yeah.
So clean. Blue shorts.
Alabama we left off. Penn State we left off. Notre Dame we left off.
Yeah.
I never really liked Penn State.
Yeah. I might say Virginia Tech purely because James Franklin. Oh, very excited.
There you go. Small game James is back, baby.
I can't wait.
Is he going there?
Yeah, it's yesterday. Let's go. I think I'll end up going with Jack, and I'm surprised you didn't.
I was saving it for you.
I don't know which year it is, but
What?
the Lithuanian basketball team that was sponsored by the Grateful Dead.
Yep.
What year is that? It's like
Another one they
90
made
is
a
it like
jersey
92?
or a doc about.
Was it 92? It was the
Yep, 1992.
1992. So this was the Dream Team year. The Grateful Dead.
North Carolina unis.
There's a
great,
classic
yeah.
with the Argyle.
But basketball. It can't be. I don't like football in powder blue.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah,
Not tough enough.
But you chose it.
Pull up. No, I didn't.
What's your first
Chargers
one?
are-
Oh, okay, fine. Whatever. Those are great.
I mean,
the-
you chose it.
The tie-dye with the Lithuanian basketball
He
team
chose it.
is sick. Those are awesome. And the story makes it great too because the Grateful Dead gave them money because they were like underfunded and they were going to the Olympics. So Jerry Garcia, the Grateful Dead, gave them some money and sponsored them. And
He's
these are
probably-
these
is he
awesome
from there?
things. Lithuania?
roots?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, they
They
just,
just picked the Lithuanians.
I think they just love ball.
watch the 2012 doc. The other Dream Team tells you the whole story.
Tie dyes.
Great, man. We could do another edition of this.
We should probably do another edition, but we should
Own it.
tighten the scope.
Okay, I feel that.
Right? Tighten the scope.
We got to bring more Michael Rubin in.
We do.
Into this. Tighten the scope.
Yep.
Where's the parameters?
Got to be a little bit more like Rubes every day. WWMRD. What would Michael Rubin do? That's what we should ask ourselves. And then we'll probably be Billy's.
Hey, Jack, don't count other people's.
This is true. This is true.
Shouldn't count other people's pockets.
I'm not. That would
We're
never
all
be
just
me. No
worried about
pocket
our own
watching.
pockets. We'll all be all right.
No bird watching. No pocket watching. None of that.
All right. That was another Chill Zone. Thanks to our favorite beer, Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door. Visit CoorsLight.com/GWN and celebrate responsibly. What a game. Thanks again to Michael Rubin. That's been another episode of Games with Names. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Comment a game you want us to do. And remember,
Rate and review.
leave us a 5-star review on Spotify while you're there. Remember to follow Games with Names on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, Snapchat, and now Discord. Comment on the YouTube full episode. We'll read the best ones on the future episodes. Leave a message on the old hotline. That number is 424-291-2290. We'll see you guys next week. Games with Names is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.